What's up, guys? I'm back with another video, and today I feel like it's just about every day at this point I'm breaking news about a new player going to the AFC. And today, guess what the newest player going to the AFC is? Drumroll, please. Von Miller. So Von Miller is now going to the Buffalo Bills, guys. Yes. If you don't already know, Von Miller, he plays on the defense. He's a defensive end, and it's really going to help out the Buffalo Bills in their rushing attack. I think they had a little bit of struggles with that, but now they're actually building that up and getting a good defense. So with how explosive that offense is, that's going to be pretty crazy if they can have a good defense and a good offense. So I think Buffalo is going to stay as a contender 100%. So let's break this all down. So basically, Von Miller played for the Denver Broncos. He then got traded to the Los Angeles Rams. He won a Super Bowl there. And he, continuously was posting stuff saying that he wanted to then go back to the Denver Broncos. Like, he was, just outright saying it, basically, on social media. Just outright, basically, just saying he wanted to go to the Denver Broncos. But then out of nowhere, all of a sudden, I didn't know if the Denver Broncos were really going to take him back. Like, you just traded him a year ago, like a year prior, so are you really just going to try to get him back? Instead, what happened is Von Miller went to the Buffalo Bills. So I feel like it's just about every single day I'm breaking news about somebody going to the AFC. That's good now. We had Khalil Mack, Russell Wilson, now Von Miller, Mitchell Trubisky, which he was already in the AFC, so that was just a dumb one. But you get my point, what I'm trying to say. But there's all these people now going to the AFC, and it looks like the Bills are trying to build up their defense. The AFC West has been doing a lot to build up their defenses because you got to be able to stop those explosive offenses. And, I know the Chargers got Khalil Mack, so that'll be crazy to see what happens there. But this AFC, it's every day something crazy's happening. There used to be only a couple teams that were good, and now it's looking like there's going to be a crap load of teams this upcoming season that are good. But, basically, Von Miller, he got traded from the Broncos, went to the Rams, won a Super Bowl. He was in the prior Super Bowl there. And after that, it was only a one-year deal. Now, if you don't already know, the Rams went all out, meaning that they literally went all out. Like, they traded a ton of draft picks. They got all these big-time players. And essentially what you do when you go all out is you trade, all your draft picks away for, a couple years to a point to where you get all these good players on your team and you're, in a win-now mode. As in, you need to win a Super Bowl, right now. So, basically what these teams do is they go all out in hopes to eventually build a Super Bowl team and get to another Super Bowl. So after his little thing with the Rams winning a Super Bowl, just that little thing, I don't know if you guys remember it, but when the Rams won the Super Bowl, but he's now a free agent. And what does he do? He goes on to another team that's contending. So honestly, I can only congratulate him. Here because he was able to sign with the Buffalo Bills. And here's the crazy part as to why I'm making this video. It's 6 years. $120 million contract with the Buffalo Bills. That is crazy, I will say that. So that is the headline of Yahoo News. So it's 6 years, $120 million contract. That is just crazy to think about, guys. If you don't already know, Von Miller's 32. So he's probably not going to play that whole contract. Let's be honest here. If he did, that would be insane. He'd be playing near 40. Defensive players typically don't last that long, so Von Miller probably won't play that. If I had to guess, maybe at most, I can only really see him playing 3 or 4 seasons under that contract, really at most. Even that would be good. So basically, I don't think he's going to get all $120 million. But that's basically what we know right now, and I'm filming this video the day that it's going to be posted. So that's crazy that he got this contract. I honestly have to give him props to him, because at his age, to get a team to sign him to that big of a deal, and not only that, he got that much money, and on top of that, he's actually on a contending team. So he's not on like some crap team. But I don't know, it's just crazy how the AFC keeps building up these teams like this. It makes me really worry for the Steelers. If you were to ask me personally, I think the route that's harder to the Super Bowl, I honestly think the AFC is more stronger than the NFC. Now we're talking like a couple years back, I'd probably say the NFC is stronger than the AFC. But at this point, you got a lot of elite teams in the AFC. And it's pretty crazy. So a lot of these teams are looking up to build their defenses, because you got guys like Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert. Now you got Russell Wilson. So now you got all these elite quarterbacks in the AFC. So you got to be able to do something about it. And it looks like the Bills did do something about it. So basically they signed Von Miller to a 6-year, $120 million contract. At first I was like, okay, 6 years. No way he's playing for that long. $120 million. Holy cow, they're paying him a lot. But honestly, congratulations to Von Miller. I thought that everyone on the Rams, because I heard rumors that they were possibly going to take pay cuts to go sign with the Rams and, rebuild that Super Bowl championship team. Personally, I was actually cheering for the Rams throughout most of, I guess you would say, the whole entire playoffs going into the Super Bowl. But I'm like I said, and I feel like I've said this is going to be my third time now saying this in each individual video. I am a little bit of a 49ers fan, like I've said. Obviously, more of a Steelers fan. I live, eat, and breathe Steelers. You guys already know that. But I'm a little bit of a 49ers fan. So, I was hoping the 49ers would go to the Super Bowl. Honestly, it was still a crazy Super Bowl, to be honest. Like, it was a good Super Bowl. Like, it was a good one. Let's not lie. I mean, it's a lot better than the Tampa versus Chiefs Super Bowl, where it was just a blowout. We don't like to see those. We like to see ones that are close, neck and neck, and come down to the wire. And honestly, in that Super Bowl, I was cheering for the Rams. But no, I thought they were all going to take pay cuts, quite frankly, and I thought they were going to re-sign with the Rams. Who knows what's going to happen with OBJ? I know he had that bad ACL injury. It was a no-contact injury, so you got to feel bad for him for getting injured at that. Then you got Aaron Donald, who played for Pitt, so I like him. But he was talking about retirement, possibly, which actually amazed me, because he got drafted in 2014, I believe. So the fact that he's going to retire, I mean, that's crazy. But what does he have left to prove? Every single season, I believe almost about every single season, he's made the Pro Bowl, Aaron Donald. So that's pretty crazy, too. So what does Aaron Donald have to prove? I don't know. We already know he's going to go down. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame. He's going to go down as one of the best defensive players of all time. As well as Von Miller, he'll also go down. He'll also go down in the Hall of Fame. And he'll also go down as probably one of the best defensive players of all time. Von Miller, he got a Super Bowl MVP in Super Bowl 50. That was against the Carolina Panthers and Denver Broncos. So he got a Super Bowl MVP. He already won 2 Super Bowls. And with Buffalo, who knows, will he win another one? I don't know. I think Buffalo's chances, after how this AFC's been built up, I think Buffalo's chances of winning a Super Bowl is definitely going down. It's definitely going down. And that's not because of Buffalo's talent. It's not at all. It's just for the sole factor of it's getting harder and harder and harder and harder to get to the playoffs at this point. I mean, there's so many good teams. I mean, look at that whole AFC West. They all have a chance to get to the playoffs. That's 4 teams. You got the Bills. The Ravens might make it, the Bengals. So, I mean, we're already filling up the playoffs here with all these teams. So, there's only a select amount of few teams that can make it, obviously, hence why it's the playoffs. But only a few amount of teams that can make it, and honestly, it's going to be a harder route. The Bills, they're a very good team. I do have faith in them that they could possibly pull this off and possibly get to the Super Bowl. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Like, what all happens with this? Like, who's going to make the AFC Championship especially is what makes me curious, because every single year, Patrick Mahomes is in the AFC Championship. Will that change because of this AFC? The Chargers. I mean, Justin Herbert. He had really good seasons. I mean, Justin Herbert had a really good rookie season. Justin Herbert's looking like he's probably going to turn into a star. So that's just another quarterback in there that's insane. And you also got Derek Carr, but a lot of people say that they don't think like he's like the greatest in the league. But at the same time, Derek Carr may not be the greatest, but he's still a solid quarterback. I mean, he has decent stats. He's not a bad quarterback, and quite frankly, he's not the reason why the Raiders lose. I'm just gonna say that. But overall, this is absolutely crazy that Buffalo was able to pull this off. It was crazy that Von Miller was able to get a contract this big with the Buffalo Bills. So congratulations to him. He's going to definitely get a lot of money through this. And not only that, he can still possibly win another Super Bowl. So he's probably in one of the best case scenarios possible. So here's your two options, all right? It's either take a pay cut and stay with the Rams, which possibly might have less better players than they had this year, if that makes any sense. I mean, OBJ, we don't know what's going to happen with him. I mean, there's Aaron Donald. I know OBJ had that injury, so I'm assuming he's probably going to be coming back. I'm not sure, though. I could be wrong. There's Aaron Donald. I mean, so you don't know who all you're going to be able to bring back on that team. The Bills, on the other hand, they're offering you all this money, right? You could play this whole contract, but will you? I mean, that's a lot of time to play still. But you're getting all that money on the Bills, and you're still being on a team that can possibly be winning a championship. So what do you take? A team that is probably going to be weakened and you're going to have to take a pay cut? Or a team that's offering you a crap load of money and they're still a contender? So I know what one I would pick. I would pick the one that's offering you a crap load of money and that is a crazy contender. But that's just my opinion on it. I think that Von Miller, congratulations to him. He's a good defensive player. He definitely helped. He was a good piece in why the LA Rams got to the Super Bowl and won it. He played a big role in the Denver Broncos Super Bowl win too. So Von Miller, he's helped out a lot, and he's definitely going to be a future Hall of Famer, just like Aaron Donald. So it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see who all they can bring back on that Rams team. It's also going to be interesting to see how the Bills turn out to be. How much will this help the Bills? I'm interested to see that. This is Von Miller's third team. I honestly expected him just to stay on the Denver Broncos. It seemed like the Denver Broncos were never going to get rid of him and just keep Von Miller. But no, I think that this will definitely help the Buffalo Bills, and I think that this will strengthen their team. From a Steelers standpoint, not too happy about it, because the more and more guys we keep, other teams keep getting in the AFC, it's definitely not helping the Steelers' chance to getting to a Super Bowl anytime soon. But who knows? We still need to see how the whole entire Mitchell Trubisky thing unfolds, and if that absolutely flops, then we're probably going to have to look to the draft for a quarterback next season, not this draft, because I don't think this draft, as much as I would like to have Kenny Pickett on the team, I don't think we're going to draft anybody, quite frankly, to be honest. I mean, I just don't see us drafting another person. I mean, we already have 4 quarterbacks. Why are you going to go draft a 5th? Or unless you just start cutting people. So they show no signs that they want to go sign Kenny Pickett or Malik Willis. So the Steelers are probably going to stay with what they got. Maybe make a couple trades here and there. But I think that the Steelers are sticking with Mitchell Trubisky. And, I mean, if he flops, put Mason Rudolph in. If he flops, put Dwayne Haskins in. If he flops, put Joshua Dobbs in. And then, at that point, you just ran through all 4 quarterbacks. I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're mainly going to stick with Mitchell Trubisky and possibly then go to Mason Rudolph. But from a Steelers standpoint, this is definitely a bad case scenario. This is just looking worse and worse and worse and worse for us to get to the Super Bowl. I mean, the AFC alone, it's going to be hard to make the playoffs. I mean, a lot of these teams are going to finish with double-digit wins. And don't forget the Patriots, because they also finished with double-digit wins too. Mac Jones, he's an uprising star, so you got the Patriots over there that are possibly going to be a little bit of a threat. I don't think they're going to be as much as a threat as the other teams in there, quite frankly. Like, to be honest, I think the Chiefs are more of a threat than the Patriots. I mean, and the Bills are more than a threat than the Patriots. So I don't think the Patriots are going to be like the craziest threat ever. But I do think here every once in a while they'll be able to sneak their way into the playoffs. So overall, guys, I think the main teams that'll be in the playoffs is probably the Chiefs, Broncos, Bills, and then you got probably Chargers, Raiders, Raiders, yeah. I mean, maybe Raiders. Maybe Raiders. That's still questionable. But there's going to be teams that sneak in. I mean, they're saying the Steelers could possibly sneak in. And like I said about the Patriots, I think the Patriots will be one of those teams that just sneak in every once in a while. Overall, for Von Miller, this is an A+ for him. I mean, quite frankly, he was able to get this big of a contract and still be on a championship potential team. So congratulations to him for getting that contract. And then for the Bills, I mean, they just added another piece to their puzzle, I guess you would say, is to getting to the Super Bowl. So overall, guys, I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below if you are enjoying these update videos with the NFL and the USFL. Obviously, the USFL, I plan on to keep making content with that. You guys really seem to enjoy the prior USFL videos, so I'll continue to do USFL videos, guys. So I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.